tasty beverage. Let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Talking gold and silver and crypto too. With Joe and the gang, it's what we do.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. We're stacking sats, we're stacking gold. In the world of fire, that's real gold. Every sip, every chart, we're on our way to financial freedom, come what may.
So grab that tasty beverage, let's get in the groove. Synchronized slurp now, we're on the move.
Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time. Good morning, stackers. Yeah, we're feeling fine. Good morning, stackers. It's podcast time.
Gold and silver taking a bit of a breath here at the moment, a little short-term breath before we crack up even higher. Is this an opportunity for you to buy the dip or just dollar cost average at lower prices? Leave a comment below and we'll talk about crypto and Bitcoin and all that other stuff too. Look, if you're watching this on the replay, use the time codes below to go to your favorite part. But if you're watching live, you get to enjoy every single thing we do here at Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. In the first 1 minute of the show, however, we do, for the early birds who catch the worm, the synchronized slurp. You grab a tasty beverage. I grab my tasty beverage. I grab it every single weekday morning. And we slurp them synchronously together wherever you are in the world, going out live on X and on YouTube right now. Whatever you're drinking, that's fine, but you must slurp it. I don't care where you are or what you're doing. Slurp it. Do it for the team. It is the honor system. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Slurp it. Oh, good to see everyone here. My name is Joe Main, a stacker of precious metals since 2010, a stacker of crypto since 2013. I do this week daily live show as you didn't see that spray of spit just go right onto the... I've been all that stuff, and I do this week daily live show on YouTube and X. Hit the big red subscribe button to join the GMS family. You get a warm and fuzzy feeling when you do. Follow me on X. 1,381 subscribers on YouTube. 3,500 followers roughly on X. Just doing absolute great guns. We will start the proceedings, the official talking about gold, etc., in about 1 minute, but we shall speak to my amazing GMS family as I put that on silent. Good idea. And please don't forget, if you want to keep the chats going 24/7, not just during the show, join the Telegram group right there. That's the link. If you just go to the info section of the YouTube page or check out the live chat right now, you'll see the link right there. Good Morning Stackers TG on Telegram. Lots of people are joining. Be part of the fun. GMS says, Mark, Florida. Great to see you, my friend. GMS, meaning Good Morning Stackers. Another glorious day in Melbourne. Apparently it's going to be a hot one here today. As far as I'm aware, I do have the fan on. GMS, hi Joe, Nakazen, great to see you. Pete, Pete, love it. GMS, Tony, chat mum is here. So good to see you. Yay, chat mum. Morning, Joe. Morning, Jason. Good to see you. I saw you and Nakas getting into it in a lovely spirited way in the Telegram chat. Yesterday. Debt is great. GMS, good people. I don't know what union that silver is part of, but it has plenty of breaks. Yeah, that's funny. Nice one. Let's see. Synchronized slurp is the absolute way to go, people. Hi, Mark. Hi, Pete. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I love it. And continue that conversation on Telegram after the show, which is brought to you by Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au and wealthstack.com. Great to see everyone here and lots of people watching. Let's share the scran. By the way, a quick update. My fake person has gone, so they got reported, so that's good. No more fake me out there. It was lovely and flattering. Thanks, fake me, for pretending to be me. I must be doing something right if I'm getting fake me's, but they're all gone now, nice and reported. And of course, going live right now on X. Please follow me over there at It's Joe Main, lowercase I for It's Joe Main, right there. Gold and silver are taking a bit of a breather, which was expected. We had a bit of bearish divergence going on here. So let's take a quick look at the price. Where could we potentially go down to? Short answer, does it matter anyway? No. Are you in gold and silver for the longer term? Yes. Do you know that they're in an absolute bull run and the beginnings of a bull run, in particular in relation to the stock market, for example? We've seen a bit of a dip there. We'll take a quick look at that too. I did do a video yesterday or the day before, and I did an excerpt from it entitled Boomers Beware. The gold flip is coming. That's about the rotation from the stock market into precious metals. We're going through a big era, and it's just at the beginning, okay? So it doesn't really matter that the price is down a little bit. Well, it might matter to you because you're looking to load up a little bit more. But over the long term, don't sweat the small movements. But out of interest, just because I do give you the week daily weather report in terms of precious metals and crypto, let's see where we could potentially go down to and have a quick little thing. $2,915 roughly per troy ounce for gold. I had been talking about momentum last few days, last week, maybe even the week before, talking about momentum just starting to wane a little bit, right? Steam running out a little bit. You have these higher highs in the dollar price, all right? So technically, yesterday or the day before yesterday, we made a new all-time high in gold. Great, but can you see that the steam was running out, just slightly higher highs, but the relative strength index trending down like that. So price goes up, relative strength index goes down. So higher high, lower high signifies a bearish divergence. This is on the daily time frame, so it's not like it's months and months and months of downward prices. No, just probably or possibly a little bit lower. I don't know. We've seen this spike down to 2,890. Hey, that could be it. But let's take a look at some potential even lower prices from there. Look, the real obvious ones, if I'm just eyeballing it, okay, eyeballing it, then you just watch out for there. That's pretty obvious. Okay, so that's 2,000... whatever there's 2,790 if you want to call it $2,800 even. So that's an obvious one. I'm actually going to do that as a rectangle instead. Okay, I'm going to do these prices here. So see this cluster here at 2,720 and this peak here of 2,790. So that becomes that range right there. Cool. Right there. And you can see that also intersects with this little spike right there. So that would be probably the best buy zone if we do get down into that area, okay? Very many of you remember I had a best buy zone all the way back down here, which I don't think is even, it's all the way back down here, which I don't have my rectangle in. That was while we were below the big uptrend line that goes all the way back to 1980. So while we were below here, I was saying a best buy zone might be anywhere from 2,250 to 2,150, anywhere down there. Now that we're above it, it's looking good at the moment. The best buy zone for the moment on the short term is probably here, as I said, between 2,720 and 2,800. Does that mean it will get there? No. So what we're looking for is areas of confluence. Okay, so that's a weekly time frame. Okay, so look, hey, this week we could just shoot back up and then next week and onwards and upwards. Okay, so this could be a very short-term dip. But best buy zone risk to reward, between there and there. If I do some quick Fibonacci from here and here, is there any other levels to watch out for? We're looking for levels of confluence, okay? I would say it's right about there. So go back to the daily. Absolutely not saying it's going here, okay? I think I'll actually base that on the daily. I like that better, okay? So not saying absolutely not saying it's definitely going down here, but I just watch out for that sort of confluence right there. So that's the 0.382, and that is the 5 lines. So yeah, I'm going to pop in a separate box at around about here, I guess. So around about there or there. Big range. Okay, so we're talking about $2,810. I could see it having a move down here in the next number of days. Not saying it's going there. Could just quick little blip. If you take a look on the relative strength index, though, it's probably more so pointing to a further dip down. Okay, so I will favor that. So more than 50% chance we do see lower prices from here over the next number of days, couple of weeks even potentially. Okay, so I'd watch out for that 2810, and that's close enough probably to that 2800 level. So if I get rid of that box, just for example, and we just use Fibonacci instead, I would actually pop it. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Oh, that's right there. Look at that. Okay, cool. And that matches up with that. Good. See how that matches up there? Okay, so that's now my, ignore that previous best buy zone. I'm going to say that's the best buy zone. Cool. And that's anywhere between $2,810 and $2,725. Cool. Cool. So we're going to say 28.10 to 27.25. Best buy zone. There you go. Does that mean you should wait for that? No. Okay, dollar cost average. Hey, and if it gets down into this area and you're averaging your cost in around about there, hey, that's great. Where we don't want to break down below, obviously, is the mother of all trend lines, the one that I showed you before, the long-term one. You don't want to break down below there. I'll have a scare down there. Yeah, that's fine. Scare me. No problem. That's what the markets do. They scare the crap out of you, right? You know, I'm not saying any of this is happening and ignore the time frame, right? But hey, I'll have a scare down to there, no problem. That needs to be a very quick wick, right? It needs to be a very quick wick and get back into at least above that 27.25 area right there. Scare me down there, fine, no problem. But do not close below there. Bad news bears if you do that, okay? Very bad, okay? Very, very bad. And I'm not expecting that to happen whatsoever. I'm expecting maybe a touch of the $2,810, $2,800 level, and the rest down there. That's gravy. Okay, that's great if you can buy down there. But buy on the weekly, buy on the monthly, buy on the every paycheck, for example, and you're doing great guns. If you want to save and invest, I'm gonna integrate it. If you want to save and invest in gold in a small way, let's just say you only put, say, and when I say only, I don't mean only, but let's say you put something in like, $50 a week or $100 a week into gold, okay? But you want to put it into physical gold, okay? And you don't want to save and save and save because, like, you can't buy an ounce of gold with $100. You can't even buy a gram of gold now for $100. And to buy a gram of gold is, you're talking your market price plus a really huge percentage because you're buying in very small amounts. So how can you save and invest in gold? In one of a couple of ways. I'm going to show you 2 quick ways right here. Number one is with WealthStack, wealthstack.com. You download it for Android or iPhone and you're buying it at spot plus 1%. And you can buy a minimum of $10 of gold. So it's really perfect for those who are just saving up little bits at a time, dollar cost averaging. WealthStack.com, Australian owned, operated and regulated company. Okay, and you're buying real physical metal, which you don't get to hold. Okay, it's an unallocated gold program, meaning there's no specific bar that's allocated to you. You're in a pool of metal, which is held for you under your name. You do own it, stored by one of the largest LBMA registered gold storage and wholesale facilities in the entire world, one of the top 5. Okay, WealthStack, wealthstack.com, spot plus 1% only. So you want to buy $10 of gold. It's very, very cheap to do so. Or $100 of gold, do that once a week, do that once a month, whatever. Check out wealthstack.com. It's an Android or iPhone app mainly. Okay, so go to wealthstack.com, bottom left-hand corner, click on the frequently asked questions page, and you can download the app and find out more. Click the About section, or just search for WealthStack, one word, in iPhone or the Google Play Store, and that's what it looks like. Right there, that's your user interface, all right? Pause this, go back later on, and you'll find it. Wealthstack.com. Or if you would like to do it in a slightly different way as well, Perth Bullion Exchange also have an unallocated gold program. I don't know if you know this. They launched it not that long ago. Perth Bullion Exchange is a brand new company. They've been around since the middle of last year. They are my preferred physical bullion dealer. They are the best in the business right now. Why? Because you get free shipping when you buy over certain amounts, okay? You also get a price matching guarantee with some terms and conditions apply, of course, which no other company is doing either. No other company gives you free shipping. No other company has a price match guarantee as a business policy, okay? Plus they also have an unallocated gold program where you can, again, save and invest in real physical metal. Again, it's held in storage for you at Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. But there are the minimums are higher. That's the only thing. So if you have really small amounts, and I say small, sorry, but then maybe stick with wealthstack.com. But for example, you can buy a minimum of 1 gram of gold, okay? And that's at the market price of gold. They don't jack up, they don't add any premiums then, okay? So you can buy 1 gram of unallocated gold, real physical gold held at Perth Bullion Exchange under your name, okay? And you can do it that way, right? And then you can redeem later on for physical gold, or you can sell it back for cash, but then there's obviously some little fees that you pay, $1 per gold gram, per gold gram right there to redeem. So the spreads are very, very good, okay? Buying at spot price and then selling for very small amount, or again, you can redeem for physical metal, gather up a bunch of grams and then go, hey, I want to redeem my 10 grams of gold for a 10 gram bar of, whatever gold that they have in stock, or 5 grams or whatever, right? So there's a great way to save and invest in physical gold at the same time. So Wealthstack and Perth Bullion Exchange, perthbullion.com.au. And also they have, with unallocated gold, they have unallocated 1 ounces of gold. They also have silver. So silver kilos, and you can get silver ounces as well. So imagine buying silver just little bits at a time, and you're only paying spot price, and then later on you pay the premium later on, or you redeem it for cash and just pay a very, very small fee. So those are the both ways that you can save and invest in precious metals in the smaller amounts, rather than having to save up and waiting to buy an ounce of gold. But where's the price of gold gone in that time? Do you want to take that risk? Okay, so unallocated gold programs are brilliant, and that's my opinion on gold at the moment. Watch out for that 28.10 to 2725 US dollars. Okay, that's gold. I just integrated the brand sponsorship. How good was that? You loved it, and it's information that you need to know in the first place. Where are we going? Silver. Here is silver on the daily time frame, US dollars, $31.75 US cents. Let me get rid of you and show you that. So this is what I had previously drawn in. Again, it was showing some signs of short-term momentum loss, okay, a little bit of steam running out because we had that spike to $33.40. It was a big spike, and what do we say about big spikes? We don't like them in the upward direction because it says sellers are in control of the market, or still the sellers, sellers are in control. We closed below that $32.50 mark, made a couple of plays, but it was a failed move to break. Oftentimes from a failed move is a fast move in the opposite direction. And we've bottomed out so far at $31.30. Once again, that could be it. My bias, though, is to the downside because it is with gold. If you look on the relative strength index on the daily, we're also trending down as well. We've broken support there. So yeah, on balance of probability, I would suggest lower prices are coming. Could I be wrong? Yes. Dollar cost average? Yes. Do it via, Perth Bullion Exchange or Wealthstack. But yeah, expecting down there. And my best buy zone area here was at between $31 and $30.50. I might need to stretch that out a little bit. Give me one sec. $31 to $30.50. Am I going to stretch that out? Let's say best buy zone. Would it be probably better if I had have risen that to 31? No, look, I'll keep that there. Okay. That's going to, there you go. I'm expecting that, okay? Could be wrong, but just watch out for that area, $31 to $30.50. You do not want to see it break right here. Have a look. Don't want to see it break there. So that's at, we did that last time, at $29.80, the old school the old school level that we had drawn in for a long, long time, which finally got broken through. So that's that spike there. See that? So once again, 2980 comes back into play. Isn't that interesting how that works? 2980, don't cross here, please. Cool. Oh, that's very, I was going to say loud. It's very big. Okay. There you go. Don't cross there, please. Good. Don't break 2980. Down to $30.50 would be perfect. And of course, what would be most perfect would be just staying above here and then breaking up and onwards, but I am expecting lower prices to come. That's for silver. Platinum. Interestingly, platinum is holding up better than gold and silver at the moment, still within its cautiously optimistic zone. Not a lot to say. Platinum, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. In the cautiously optimistic zone, that's cautiously excited. That's excited anywhere above 1,020, 1,030. If you start closing below 960 US dollars, then I'll be back in depressed zone for platinum. But while we're between about 960 to 985, then cautiously optimistic, but don't know. Total no man's land for platinum. On the longer term, expecting it to go higher. Later on down the track, I don't know when, but I won't have confirmation of that until we break above 1,115 US dollars. That's a broken record. I will not go on more about that. That is platinum. Gold to silver ratio is jumping up a bit because gold is having a dip, but silver is dipping further as a percentage. So you're seeing the gold to silver ratio continue to rise. I'm expecting a resistance level around about 93.4. Okay. It was a key Fibonacci level, I remember it being, yeah, and it's also previous resistance. So on the weekly, but just get rid of all this stuff for a second. Let me just show you the larger, okay? This is the gold to silver ratio going all the way back to, on this chart, 1997, okay? As you can see, we're getting into the sort of top end, we're getting into the outlying ranges now. And we've been speaking about this for a long time. The normal range used to be, and it probably, maybe it still is on the macro, okay? But the normal range on the macro was around about between 80 to about 50. 80 to 40, 80 to 50, between there and there, roughly. If I do that, then it's going to show all that again. Oh, I don't want to do that. Okay, 80 to 50, a general range. And then when you're out these outlying ranges here, that's when you have great opportunity to, potentially outperform one metal versus the other. So, for example, back here in, that's the normal range. It was been in this normal range from 80 to 50 for a long time. It was between 2003 down to that kind of, it was around about 45, 50 area. But then when silver had its big run, it broke that normal range. Then it went down to that 32 to 1. Now, because you broke out of that normal range, you're like, oh, that's in an outlying position. And silver is really outperforming gold right now. I might buy gold here. Silver's really outperforming, but I might, therefore I might buy gold here, okay? Or I might swap a bunch of my silver for gold down in this outlying range, okay? Play the outlying ranges. Okay, wait till it looks like it has a bit of a peak and interesting, okay. I'm going to swap some silver for gold, or I've never gotten into precious metals before. Which one should I buy? Well, gee, silver is right out of it's below its outlying range. It's looking like it's quite overvalued. I'm going to buy gold here. Why? Well, eventually it will probably get back into its normal range and maybe range there for a while. So I could grab a bunch of gold and then swap it for silver when it gets back into the normal range. Or maybe, hey, I wait until the top end of the normal range. So imagine if you did that. You got in down about here, you bought some gold and then you swapped it for silver around about the normal range or the top end right there, back into that sort of 80 kind of level. Can you imagine there, swapping gold for silver there? Okay, now, the sort of more new normal range has been kind of up here. It's kind of been like 90 to 70 or 90 to 60 kind of roughly. We haven't been back down in here for silver, back down below 60 for a very, very long time. Oh, by the way, and sorry, what I wanted to make a note of was now then we get into the outlying range in silver's favor. Okay, so then imagine swapping gold in this outlying range here, and you bought gold or you swapped silver for gold here. And then you swapped for more silver, right? Back here. And then you notice, man, we've started going out of the normal range again. Gee, we're broken out of 80, okay, and then we're up to like 94. Interesting. Oh, we found support here at the 80 range. That's interesting. A quick little spike. But gee, oh man, gold's going on a big run now. Wow, gold's really having its time in the sun. Oh my God, it's at 125. That's really outside the normal range of sort of 80 to 50. Interesting. I wouldn't buy gold here. I'd be buying silver here. Or imagine if you held your gold here and then you swapped it for silver up here. You playing the outlying ranges. Okay. So then it would be much better to, instead of buying gold here, you buy silver here for the first time, or you swap your gold for silver here, and then you ride that a wave down back into, gee, what do you know, back into that normal range. And we had that move down to about 60, which is around about roughly-ish, a little bit below middle, but around about the middle of that normal range, that 80 to 50 kind of range. Cool. Now we're back up here. It looks like it's forming a slightly newer range of around about 90 to 60, if you want to call it that. See that sort of new range? We haven't been down here for a very long time. This is 2016. 2021, which is the last time we were down in here. So it's looking about 90 to 70. And we're getting into, it looks like, getting into sort of the outlying ranges again. So if we start breaking through about that 93.4 mark, then you start getting into the new outlying range, okay? So then as that's going higher, okay, might be silver, might be the one that you would consider getting into. Even though you're saying, man, silver's really lagging gold. This gold to silver ratio is going higher. That's when you buy silver because it's in the outlying range, and then you wait for that to turn back over, okay? Now, where that turning over goes to, I don't know. I would probably suggest maybe you've got that support level of 80, which would be kind of like, that's the old top end of the normal range, might become a support level, okay? So watch that potentially go up and then wait to get into the normal range, back into here even, and then swap your silver for gold, okay? So play the outlying ranges is what I'm saying, and we're getting towards an outlying range again. What would negate all of that? Obviously closing back below 80 at least, and I think that's roughly in, is that with my 80.5? It is, right there. Show you right here. Silver's, it is below here, confirms silver's longer term dominance. That's below 80.5. I'll show you on the weekly time frame. Close below there and silver will really continue to outperform gold. But imagine buying silver up here in this sort of near that 100 zone and then playing that. Not bad, hey? Anyway, that's the gold to silver ratio. I just gave you a huge thing that I didn't think I was going to do. So yeah, that's that. For my wonderful crypto people, if you're not in precious metals, you really need to consider being in precious metals. Crypto, if it's not done yet, if the crypto run is not done, then you want to be taking some portions of your profits in the next crypto bull run, if it's happening, we'll take a look at that in a second, and put it into precious metals, specifically gold and silver, okay? Follow me to stay updated, subscribe to the channel, follow me on X, because you don't want to miss this next wave of the big gold and silver bull run against the stock market, definitely against crypto, okay? So yeah, go where, what do other people, go where the surf is. Go where the getting is good, okay? Let's see, so do some quick comments and shall then go on to crypto, etc. Lots of comments, great to see. I love how you talk amongst yourselves. It's just bloody fantastic. Jason Ashworth says, I'm going to fix this. Can I get a better... Oh no, the light's on and yeah, just the lighting sucks. US needs to get those minerals for Elon's cars. Yeah. Let's see. I went to a car ACO. I don't know what that means. I went to a car ACO the other day with a Tesla. I don't know what ACO means. What? The bloke said he was happy with the bloke said he was happy it was written off. Never again, he said, for a Tesla. Oh, interesting. Okay, I wonder why. Some nice crypto movements. We'll take a look at that in just a second. Yes. Is this the mindset of all EVs? EVs are great for smart cities. Leave the car at home while you walk everywhere or take the bus. Smart cities are a great idea. People conflate smart cities with what are they called? The 15-minute cities. Okay, when they hear the 15-minute city thing, they automatically go to communism, George Soros. You will own nothing and be happy. They're completely separate. You can have smart cities. Like, who doesn't want a smarter run city? Who doesn't want an economic city, a thing that's ergonomically, all that? Who doesn't want to be able to walk 15 minutes to work and this and that? Smaller cities are where it's going. It doesn't mean it's, and I'm not saying you're saying this, Tony, I'm just saying for those people who go, 15-minute cities, communism. It's like, no, you can have a total capitalist society and have smart cities, right? Just do it better, right? Just start from scratch. Go back to first principles. How do you design a city? Okay. Anyway, that was just a little rant there. I hear BYD EVs are amazing. Sure. Was a wild ride and it's far from over. You're talking about crypto. As the tug and pull will be entertaining to say the least. Weak hands shake out as some projects will die on this level before Q3. Yeah. So I wonder if the EVs will create a bigger problem than the one trying to fix. I don't see how. Platinum, lithium, and uranium mining stocks might pay literally dividends. Well, they probably might pay dividends. Should just make cars nuclear. Yeah, Mr. Fusion, man. Although that's not nuclear. But the first DeLorean was nuclear because he needed plutonium for the flux capacitor. There has already been a 30% downturn in EV sales. Okay. What are they going to do with all the petrol cars after 2030? Oh, some woo-woo time. Love it. We will start driving them, Tony. Yes, absolutely. We'd be like the Marty McFly and Doc with nuclear power cars. There we go. I'm getting to your comments. Regenerative energy hybrids will be the next shaker and mover. Ooh, interesting. Good to know. We'll get to crypto and Bitcoin and stuff in just a second. Just getting through your comments. I agree. Any potential phase out will be... We'll also talk about Mars. The power grid is now fragile at best, says Pete Repeat. Let alone everyone driving EVs. But that's why nuclear power is going to be the thing until fusion is a thing, if it ever is. Apparently fusion is now an engineering problem, not a theoretical problem. So now it's just a matter of time. 20, 25 years, I don't know, 5 years, 50 years, no idea. But fusion will come. And nuclear is just coming more and more. So that fixes your power grid issues. I'd rather have a DeLorean and go back to the past. Yeah. Can we all live in 1985? That'd be cool. I remember those times. Have you seen the videos where the EVs are driven into the river on fire? They keep burning underwater even. Interesting. Let's see. Accident. Oh, an ACCO is an accident. Yeah. Okay. Bloody Aussies and their slang. Yeah, exactly right. Let's see. Sounds like, yes, it was. Thank you. Yes, this is what I do. Knackers, it's so true. We all do the following. The people that we listen to, we start to imbibe their stuff. So I can tell you right now, yes, so the point was what I said, you go where the surf is. That's what ASX Trader says. And I've just been consuming a lot of ASX Trader stuff. And so now you just pick up the vernacular and because it makes sense. So yeah, you're going where the surf is. It makes sense. So this show, by the way, is a complete conglomeration of every single other person that I've listened to, the big people I listen to, Scott Adams, Stefan Molyneux for philosophy kind of stuff, like the ASX Trader for all this stuff, and many millions of other people, Chris Dwayne, all these other people. Just you are the sum of the people that you spend enough time around or that you listen to. And so now ASX Trader is just sort of weaving his way in, and now is getting some vernacular coming out of my mouth. Damn, no, I don't want to live in an open. I don't want to live in an open air prison, aka a smart city. Why not? You're allowed to leave whatever you want. It's smart cities can be smart, but be in a completely capitalist society. It doesn't mean communism. It doesn't mean it at all. Hey, and you don't have to live there. That's cool. You would only live there, Tony, if it worked for you. It's like, oh, well, I can walk to here and the thing, and that's convenient and all that, And don't forget, in a more capitalist, and this probably won't happen, but in a freer society, you can go to the smart. Not all smart cities would be the same. Not all smaller cities would be the same. They would be one for, designed for, baby boomers, one designed for younger people, one designed for business, one designed for retirement and leisure, one designed for stackers. I don't know, right? In a free system, in a free world, then, you'd go to the one that makes the most sense for you. NNE, yes, we've talked about NNE before. That is my thing on my thing. Very quickly, all right, you're talking about a lot of nuclear. Okay, great, cool. I will get on to Bitcoin and crypto. Cool. Let's take a quick look, and then we'll maybe do a chart request if we have it some time. Interesting. Okay, so that is that, and we'll get to here. We'll be taking a quick look at TOSHI, a quick look at ACH, Alchemy Pay, a quick look at PENGU as well, and of course the Bitcoin and general altcoin markets. Sharing the screen, people. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin and crypto. Bitcoin. Good morning, Bitcoin. Old reference. 89,000 US dollars right now. We had a spike down to that $85,000 area. Okay, I posted this now. It doesn't mean we're out of the woods, by the way, at all. Okay, so we have had that break. So first off, yeah, we finally had that break down. Okay, and look, we've got a number of days. We're about halfway through the week, roughly, or actually slightly less than halfway through the week. So technically, could we have a close of this coming week above this uptrend line? That's what you'd really preferably want to see. That would signal to everyone. If you close this coming week, the end of this week, at around about $94,000 or higher, wow, that would be a big signal to go, oh my God, that's like the wick of all wicks, right? I'm actually not expecting that, but I could be wrong. Okay, but what you would want to see is a very clear close above there. And if it doesn't happen this end of this coming week, you need to see it eventually. It needs to close back above any week. It has to close a week above this uptrend line, which is the one that goes back to the previous all-time highs. Okay, that's very, very clear. It acted as major support. So you now do not want it to act as major resistance, which it could do. So you have to bear that in mind. Okay, so preferably have a big, beautiful red wick, or hey, even closing in the green. That would be probably very unlikely, but hey, closing right there would be great. So that's a wick rather than a solid. Cool, that would be great. I'm not expecting that, but I am expecting a move back up to at least test here at around about your $94,000 area. That's the big test right there. That needs to break and hold and do that. Good going for Bitcoin. Okay, fantastic. If it does the following in the next week or next 2 weeks and finds resistance there, not great, but still you've got an opportunity to again find some support on a couple of weeks later and then do that. And then we do that. Great, fantastic. But what you don't want is the following. And in the next couple of weeks, you don't want this, and you do not want to close any week below there. Okay, that's around about that $89,000, $90,000 mark. You start a relief rally and then start closing back down below there. Bad news bears. Okay, and that would take you down to that $75,000 level. Now, on that $75,000 level, this is all speculation, right? I don't know where the price is going, and neither do you, okay? But out of speculation, I did post here, and I find this to be true, okay? I posted here on X, if enough people believe Bitcoin is going to $75,000, it won't go to $75,000, okay? So what the masses are expecting won't happen, okay? Now that's actually a little bit in contrast to what I say with self-fulfilling prophecies. Oh, actually, no, because I'm talking about indicators. So, for example, when I talk about self-fulfilling prophecies, I say if enough people believe that an indicator is an indicator, if enough people believe that Fibonacci, for example, or support lines or trend lines are a thing, then they'll place their trades accordingly, and that takes the price there. But if all the masses are saying $500,000 Bitcoin, it's probably not going to $500,000 in that particular Bitcoin cycle, right? If many people are calling for 10th, you remember, Have you been in Bitcoin for a long time? Remember when people were calling for $10,000 Bitcoin when it already, broken above 20,000 and was going through the new crypto bull run? And before the new crypto bull run, they were talking about it's going back to 10,000. I think I was saying, oh yeah, I think it's going to go back to $10,000. And where did it go down to? Around about $15,000, $16,000. Okay, it usually never gets down to where the masses think it's going to. The masses are talking about. It feels like they're talking about $75,000. So that maybe means it's not going down to there. Could this be the bottom? Now, someone like Gerald Draper, who's watching right now, probably believes that's around about to be the case. There are people that I'm sort of mini following at the moment that believe it's that $85,000 level. We've hit that. It's been a nice little spike. Okay. So I don't know, but you've just really got to watch out for that $94,000 level. Got to clear and hold above there at least. Otherwise, yeah, no idea. So I don't give you definites. Okay, so that is Bitcoin. Just watch out for that $94,000 mark, which you need to find. It needs to break and close above. Cool. Interestingly, others is doing well, is doing better than Bitcoin. Okay, so altcoins are doing slightly better. Here is others, meaning the altcoin market minus the top 10. Now, again, not out of the woods whatsoever with the altcoin market, okay? But we did have a spike down to a confluence of areas, which was right here, that 200. I talked about the $230 billion area right there. There's that little line drawn in from yesterday. That's a key Fibonacci from an old high and an old low in the altcoin market. And I said, watch out for that area. And it also butted up right against, and where do we find exact support? At this trend line, this little one here going through these two spikes. So we found support there so far. Definitely not out of the woods though for altcoins. A nice little move up, but where did we find resistance? At what do you know? The bottom end of this rectangle, which was 250 billion, which I did say watch out for. If you break 250 billion, then you might be coming down to the 230 area. We did see that. And then you'd have to watch that as resistance. So it needs to, and it's not there yet, people, not there at all. It needs to close above bare minimum 250, hold 250, but it really does now need to, where are we? It needs to, where is my line? Yeah, it's right there. Well, it needs to close above that 280 mark, or at least this downtrend line, bare minimum there, okay? It's got to do that. So watch out for your it's great that we found support at 230, but that Fibonacci line of 280 is the big one, okay? You start closing above 280, that is great news for altcoins, and it says you're getting a move back up probably to the next one, and that's the big confluence of areas at 320 to 330 billion. You close above there, it is full bull go time for altcoins, okay? It is go. Altcoins onwards and upwards, into, the second half of 2025. We're nowhere near there yet, okay? So if you're underwater in certain positions right now, have you taken some losses? Okay, I've been watching, some pretty big people on Twitter, on X, and some of them said, yeah, I've taken some losses here. Okay, fine. They're just waiting for some confirmations because they're unsure if it's going to go lower. What you don't want to see is that, okay, bad news bears, and then you're taking it down to at least 210 billion. And if that breaks, then it's probably game over for a very good period of time. That's the big uptrend line. You break there, that's just bad news. Anywhere here and below, not good, okay? Nice little rally, not out of the woods. Was the short version of what I just said. Cool. That is others. Let's take a look at a couple of quick things. I did say ACH because I did promise that. I did put that there. Okay, ACH, which is Alchemy Pay. This is one that I'm currently watching. I'm not in at the moment. It needs to get at least over. The crypto run's got to continue, first off, but there's no confirmation of that with the altcoin market just yet. It's got to clear and hold as this area, which I said, around about your 4 cent, 3.8 to 4 cent level. It's got to clear and hold that, and then we'll start talking. And that means the crypto run's probably still going, and we'll talk about higher prices for ACH Alchemy Pay. Look into the fundamentals. It's a good one, I think, that will be for the crypto run. And we did do a previous profit taking analysis as well, where my targets were 7.5 cents, 15 cents up there. But yeah, I am not getting into ACH or back into crypto or ACH until it closes 4 cents bare minimum. Okay, but it's great to see we've seen a support level at the 3 cent mark, so that's good. And isn't as I'm just looking at this for the first time for a little bit. And where did we find support on the daily? We had a spike down, closed at 3 cents, my getting interested line. So why is that? Why 3 cents? Okay, why 4 cents here? Why 3 cents here? Let me show you. If I get rid of that, that one, and that one, just showing you the methodology. Okay, why there? Can you see those? I just removed those. That's the 4 cent mark, technically 4.1 cents, and technically here 2.8 cents, but I just called it 3 cents and 4 cents to even it out. Why? Because it's Fibonacci, people. It's the Fibonacci from the old highs and the old lows. The old high of nearly 10 cents and the old low of about 7 cents. Okay, took it from there, and those are the next major levels. Okay, that's the 0.236 at around about that 3 cent mark. And gee, we found a little bit of support there on the daily, and that 4 cent mark right there. Okay, get rid of all that flotsam and jetsam so you can see it. And that's the 4 cent mark. Look at that, it has to close. Look at that, a clear area of support there, clear area of major resistance there, and some resistance there. We spiked but didn't close any weak above it. So that 4 cent mark, that getting interested line, is huge for ACH, and I would call that the change of market structure as well. So until above 4 cents, no bueno for ACH. You close above there, bueno. That's all you need to know for ACH. One of the cryptos that I am currently watching, if we go back through another crypto run, not guaranteed. Let's take a look at, I will take a look at PENGU right now. Okay, this is the one I'm still in and the one I'm down on. I want to take it, but I tell you what, this is my feeling on PENGU. Okay, let's take a quick look at PENGU. This is the one crypto, if any crypto is going to have a big run, it is going to be PENGU, I think, if the crypto market is going to continue in a bull run in 2025. Not guaranteed when you look at the bigger market. But PENGU is really setting itself up to be one of the big players if it does. Here's the reasons why. Let's pop on to the daily. This is the weekly time frame. We're at around about 0.00815. Okay. Very quickly. PENGU is the Pudgy Penguins NFT token. It was airdropped to Pudgy Penguins NFT holders. It was also airdropped to anyone that had traded on the Ethereum network or the Solana network between 2017 and 2019. I happen to have been in crypto since 2013. So yes, I was trading on the Ethereum, not Solana, but I was trading on Ethereum during 2017 to 2019. So I got a small allocation of the airdrop. However, many people who owned Pudgy Penguins got like stacks and stacks of it. Okay, so being an airdrop token, of course, it was free money. Okay, but it had this beautiful move up from 0.0003 all the way up to 7 cents. Okay, now with an airdrop token, and with anything that rises so hugely, obviously a longer period of consolidation was going to happen. And because it's an airdrop token in particular, because people got it for free, literal free money. They did have to do stuff earlier on, but they didn't spend any more. Okay, so people getting hundreds of thousands of dollars. Okay, so people taking profits, of course, right? So you have that move down to 2 cents. Then it was looking good, but it was starting to sort of peter out, and then we got back up to about 5 cents. And then the big selling occurred. Okay, and this is where everyone started taking their profits, or pure profits, again, airdropped token. And then as it goes down more, with an airdrop token, it's not like, oh, will I just hold? Because there's no holding cost. And because there's no holding cost, they could just continually sell at a profit. People are still selling now, and they're still selling at a profit, assuming they're just selling their airdrop tokens. It's just free money. Now, a lot of people will go, well, I think it will go up again later on down the track. I got it for free anyway. Why should I sell? But people will get shaken out. It's like, oh, it's down to here. Oh, it's broken the 1 cent mark. Okay, it's not going back up for a while. I'll just I could have made much more back here, but I'll just sell my airdrop tokens here. Okay, right? So you find airdrop tokens get exhausted more quickly, I found. Now, here's the interesting thing though. This is why I think it could have an absolute massive run compared to many other crypto out there. And this could actually be leading the charge in the crypto run. Notice what it's doing versus many other crypto at the moment. Okay, so it had this flattening out here at around about that 1 cent mark. Okay, then you had the Bybit hack not that long ago, and then it took it down to, I'll just go down to here. Okay, so the price going down, then we had this move down to about 0.007. Okay, then just in the last number of days, maybe this is where the Bybit hack thing happened, not back here, but here. Just recently with Bitcoin going down as well, breaking through those areas, we went down to 0.00067. Now, what do you notice? Okay. Here's where it's acting quite differently to many other cryptos, okay? We already went into extremely undervalued on the daily time frame, okay? This was back at the start of February, from February 7th roughly. It looked like it was, you found it's bottoming, okay? Let me show you right here on the relative strength index, okay? Now, again, relative strength index is a lagging indicator, but and as ASX Trader says, for example, you can use it as a leading indicator to look for divergences, okay? And I'm learning a lot more about this, and it's been really great, okay? Price going down. However, on the relative strength index, I'll get it a little bit closer for you so you can see. Look at this, price going down. However, as we had a lower low, but right here, that was the signal right there. That was technically a higher low. It was kind of flattened out, but technically, really, you see that, look at that angle. Ignore this. Look at that angle. Higher low on the relative strength index, lower low on the fiat dollar price indicates potentially a bullish divergence, okay? Then we saw an even lower low, okay, down here, just overnight, down to that 0.00067. A much higher low, okay? This is potentially setting up really, really well. It's also now back into, and by the way, everything I say here is not financial advice. I am not saying it's just rocketing back up from here. I see a potential for some decent consolidation, but a rounding bottom right here. So if crypto is going to go through another run, which many people believe it is, I think PENGU could be the canary in the coal mine, one of them, which has its bottoming out first, because it's down 88%, 90%, okay? Look at this. And it's based on the NFT series, so that's 90% now, okay? It's had its 90% move down, okay? So let's take a look at all this confluence, okay? 90% down. You can go further in a crypto. Sure, you can go 95%, 98%, okay? Which could take it way, way down. 90% is pretty decent though, okay? The fact that we went into extremely undervalued or oversold on the daily time frame. We had a lower low on the price, but a higher low on the relative strength index. We had an even lower low on the price and a much steeper angle higher low on the relative strength index on the daily, okay? Now on the daily, we are back into, once again, the normal range of the relative strength index. Now, it's unusual for me to see the following. Doesn't mean it can't happen, but it's unusual to see the following when you get back into here and then it just ticks back over and just starts doing this, okay? Can that happen? Absolutely, again, because the relative strength index is a lagging indicator, not a leading one. But I just don't see it all that often, okay? And if crypto is going to go through a bigger run, and this is all ifs, okay, and, you know, if NFTs are going to have their time again, which they probably will, quite possibly. I shouldn't say that. They might possibly. Pudgy Penguins is one of the largest NFT series, okay? All the confluence says this could be the bottoming of PENGU right now, okay? Could I be wrong and then it just tanks and Bitcoin goes to 75,000? Could the Bitcoin run be over and we just go back to 55,000 or $50,000? Yes, then that would take PENGU. All alts would go with it at the same time though. So you've got to watch your levels, maybe have your stop losses in place and all that. But gee, it looks very interesting here, PENGU, okay? Now, am I saying this with complete bias? Yes. Why? Because I currently have a position in PENGU, which is also underwater at the moment. My average buy-in costs, I'm going to be completely honest with you, my average buy-in is about there at just a little bit above 1 cent. So that's Joe's buy-in average. Cool. That's where I am right there. So I am currently under it. But I was watching this, okay, and I won't spend too much longer on PENGU. I was watching this play out, this bullish divergence play out, and I've been quite underwater, particularly down here overnight. I was down a decent amount of money if I were to sell out of it. I haven't sold out of it because of this bullish divergence, which looks like it's playing out. I think it might come back to at least get back up to breaking even around that 1 cent mark. Now, what it does when it gets there, which I think it will, I don't know. Might I sell out there and just just break even and then wait? Now, that would be the prudent thing to do. The prudent thing would be get to break even, sell out, and then see what it does from there. And if it does this and that holds as the base, well, then that's just go time again. I'll see what happens, okay? If we have a big spike and then I haven't sold out, I might put my stop loss right there. And then if it gets back down, then I've just, again, broken even. But I haven't sold, and it's been because of this bullish divergence, which looks like it's continuing to play out. So I'm going to continue to watch it. That's just my opinion on PENGU. Could be a really great setup, potentially. Not financial advice. You do you. Should you be buying here? No. Ignore everything I said. Yep, got it. That is PENGU. And lastly, I'll take a quick look at TOSHI, just for the TOSHI fam. Let's see. 55, okay. And then I might take a quick chart request, or it might be time to get out of here. Get in your final questions or your comments or your queries, and don't forget that you can continue the conversation on Telegram with the link that I put in the chat and that I'll also put in the info section of the YouTube page on the replay. Let's take a quick look at TOSHI. TOSHI on the daily time frame, priced in US dollars, 0.0055. Okay, we've seen a little bit of a spike. And yeah, we spiked down to 0.00048. So I'm going to pop that there now. That's the new low that is in. Okay, so far a new low. On balance of probability, look, we are close to the top end of close to the bottom end of the best buy zone, which is at 4.0004. We haven't hit it. If I take a look on the 4-hour time frame, here's good news, I guess, for TOSHI on the 4-hour time frame. We like the big spikes. Okay, so we've had that big spike. We've definitely gone into the belly of the best buy zone. So hey, again, the best buy zone is a best risk to reward. Okay, that was between 0.0006 and 0.0004. So we've gone very much into the meat of it. We have a lovely spike on the 4-hour. Good to see. We're not out of the woods yet. We need to close back above that 0.0006 area, get out of the best buy zone, and then remain that, have that as support. You keep that as support, good news. And then the kicker for me is at 0.0007. You do that, and then I'd say, gee, that's a change of market structure, and it looks like we have ticked over and we're onwards and upwards from there. Okay, that would be looking very good. So basically, if you do something like that, a V pattern, very good for TOSHI, which would be very good for crypto. So crypto would probably generally be going up, but TOSHI would be going along with it. Not out of the woods yet, so you've just got to watch out for potential resistance here at that 0.666 area, and then watch that it doesn't tick over. So we're not out of the woods, but nice little rally from that 0.00047 area. I like the 4-hour spike. The spikes say that that buyers are in control of the market. We like that because it goes gobble, gobble, gobble. Yes, thank you. Good to see. Not out of the woods yet for TOSHI, because we're not out of the woods for general crypto. That's it. TOSHI. Comments? PENGU. Yes. I still have a PENGU cartoon videos from when the kids were little. Yes, PENGU. Yes. Correct, I remember PENGU. And PENGU's based on PENGU. Clearly ripped it off. Let's see. Final comments. What? Now Russia has a nuclear propulsion system. Do they? I guess NASA has as well now. Russia has a nuclear propulsion system? Doesn't really. Micronuclear power. Yes, that's a big micronuclear power is a big thing. Maybe it does. Yes, maybe they've had it for a while. Let's see. I will go not backwards. I will go forwards. Yes, portable or nuclear power stations. Yes, SMRs, small modular reactors that can power a city or a manufacturing plant. Yes, they're portable. And the thing with these ones now, the mini ones, is you can put more than one together and then they boost the thing. So literally, you can use it for accidents, or you could use it for disaster relief. You can use it to power a small city or whatever. Let's just say Melbourne, the entire grid goes out. Okay, for some reason. Now, this isn't in play yet, but later on down the track, when you can have these small modular reactors that you can, again, like click together, right? And so you've got one which has an X amount of power, right? And you go, oh, well, Melbourne's complete grid's gone out. Okay, so we're going to need about 150 of those. Okay, so you just click, take it down, and then it just forms this entire, and it just takes over the power grid. Okay, that's what's coming, okay, with these small modular portable, again, because you can just move them around. Brilliant. Let's see. Nuclear, anything to do with crypto or whatever. They were built by International. Not sure if that company is still around. How about smart cities for cuddly old misanthropes? Could you be talking about yourself there, potentially, Florida man? As crypto and stocks fall, they'll stampede back to metals. Rising the spot price. I agree with the stocks. Yes, and crypto too. Yes, so I do agree with that. And it is happening, okay? That capital rotation from the stock market into precious metals is happening. Adrian Croft says, so true. I wonder what precious metals price would be if cryptos didn't exist. That's a great question. Yes, I think probably way higher. But everyone finds a casino. There's always a casino to find. So if it wasn't crypto, it'd probably be penny stocks. So yeah, if crypto didn't exist, everyone would just be playing the penny stock market. So is that true that they would have, that gold would be or silver would be much, much higher if crypto didn't exist? I don't necessarily think so, because again, they'd just be playing the stock market. I'm watching as well, not vested. I suspect the real value of metals won't be known until after gold revaluation, which Tony believes could be a thing, which it could be a thing. But with that, yes, comes the potential of $100 loaves of bread. Gold could be at $10,000 an ounce, but what's a loaf of bread or a litre of milk at the same time? At least if you're maintaining the wealth you currently have, which is why you really buy gold in the first place, then you can at least track with inflation. So you can buy the same amount of stuff later on down the track, right? And in those days, a loaf of bread will cost a day's wages. Final comments. Wonder how the Trump and Melania coins going, Joe? Yeah, down. The Melania one I haven't even checked, but the Trump one's at like about $13-14 US. At the Knackers loves an old round bottom, does he? I love pudgy. I love pudgy round bottoms too. Love it. Once a stampede starts, it all turns into a cloud of dust. Yeah. Better to get your precious metals now than when everyone else is trying to get it. Taking crypto profits to precious metals instead is happening. Gerald Draper says, you were watching ACH as well. Yes, ACH is great. True, Gerald, March is going to be... No, okay, Tony, why March? Can you tell me why March? Very quickly. Tell me in the comments, or... Tell us in the comments, or if you don't have time to tell us in the comments, because I'm not getting any requests. If you have time, tell us in the comments what's going on, why March? And I'll also get you, Tony. You can please join, if you get a chance, the Telegram channel. Can Chat Mum join the Telegram channel, please? And you can continue the conversation there. Get all your woo-woo out on Telegram for us, and tell us why you keep talking about March. What's going on? Is it to do with the moon cycles? Is it to do with the Ides of March? Is it to do with, I don't know, tell us why in particular. You think something big's happening in March? I want to know why. I think I'll leave it at that. So everyone, head over to the Telegram channel right now. I don't have any other things to do, and we're at the 1 hour mark and above. Ladies and gentlemen, You have been watching Good Morning Stackers with me, Joe Main. You get another one tomorrow morning. How good is this? You get it every single weekday. Gold talk, precious metals talk, crypto talk as well, and woo, anything else that we'd love to talk about here. Hit the big red subscribe button on YouTube and follow me on X. Can you all hit the like button just right now for me, just before we go, because it helps me with the algorithm. And once again, you do need to get your tasty beverages ready, because we do it at the start and we do it at the end of the show, where we do the synchronized slurp. Thanks, Joe. Great chat, everyone. Have a great day. Says Pete Repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, grab your tasty beverages, because this has been
Good morning, Stackers.
Oh yeah, we're feeling fine.
Good morning, Stackers.
It's podcast time.
Grab it.
Grab a tasty beverage. Let's get in the
Let's
groove.
do that.
Synchronize.
3,
slurp.
2,
Now we're
1.
on the move.
Slurp it.
Good morning, Stackers.
Thanks for your patronage, people. Love your work. Stay safe, stay informed, keep stacking. I'll see you live tomorrow morning. Have a great day.